Hi everyone, welcome back to Walt and Sarah's channel. Today we are going to be doing some applique on this little baby romper here. We're going to be adding an adorable little snowman using HTV, which is heat transfer vinyl. To get started, I am hooping my stabilizer here. Now this is cutaway stabilizer. It is super thick and it's great because it doesn't let the material move around. It really holds it in place once I pin it down. Now I've done this both ways where I have actually taken the sharp material and hooped it through my hoop and squeezed it in there. And then I've also done it where I've just hooped the stabilizer and then pin the you know what out of the material itself. And honestly, in my personal opinion, I have the best luck with just hooping up the stabilizer, pinning it down, and I have not seen any real movement or any issues with that. Now, I will say when I've tried to hoop a sweater, it was so thick that as the embroidery machine was making the design, it actually popped out. So when I first started, I thought I had to hoop the material, whatever I'm embroidering on. I thought I had to put that through the actual hoop and squeeze it on there. But through learning and whatnot and mistakes, I've realized that all I have to do is really hoop the stabilizer and then pin it down, or you could use like a fabric spray. There's different things you can do to keep it on there without hooping the actual shirt or sweater, whatever you are doing. So right here, as you see in the video, I am just trying to line this up. There is a small line down the center that I can see. You guys really can't, but I can see it. And I'm using my guides, my little nubs on my hoop to show me where it needs to be as straight and even as possible. So I am speeding this up a little bit. There's lots of sped up moments because a lot of it can be a little tedious, especially if you know what to do. Like right here, all I'm doing is putting pins through the little romper. That way it doesn't move. And I might have gone overkill here, but that's okay because it needs to be done. The more the merrier, the better off we are. Now it's time for our first step. I unfortunately did not hit the record button quick enough, so I already have my first stitch. If you have a good applique file on your embroidery machine, it's going to do this first stitch for you. So here you can see I have like an outline of where my HTV is going to lay down. Right now, all I'm doing is trimming down my vinyl, trying to get it as close as possible. Since there is a gap in this image from the head to like where the scarf is going to go, I don't want it to overlap because if it overlaps, it's going to be a lot harder for me to pull it apart and get that nice, smooth, even image. So if you just have one area that's going to be covered in the applique, you won't have the same struggle that I did here. I just have to make sure that they don't touch and that they don't overlap rather. So, and then his arm being out there like that, it makes it a little different too, so difficult because you see how it's got to go up, and I also got to make sure that it's not touching. With your HTV, one thing that is not very clear from other videos that I tried learning from is that you have to take that plastic off. The first thing I ever did with Applique HTV was I tried to do some tea towels, and I had no idea what I was doing. I was like, you know what, I'm just jumping in this, and mistakes happen. So I got a tea towel from the dollar store, and I tried to do a snowflake, but I left the plastic on there. So I embroidered the plastic on, and I spent so much time trying to pick off the plastic covering that it just became not even worth it. And obviously you can't use it with that plastic on there because it feels awful and it probably won't wash well. So I had to ditch it, and it was a waste of time, money, and energy. And so it's all bad. So do it right the first time. You have to take your plastic off. Also, pro tip, you have to make sure that you don't turn your HTV upside down. Once you pull that plastic covering off, it's very difficult to know. You can't really tell from feel what side is the adhesive side, which side is going to stick to the shirt, and what side is not. So make sure you don't mix it up and turn it upside down because one side will stick and one side will not stick. It will stick to your iron instead. All right, so after you get your second stitch down and now the HTV is put into place, you're going to remove your hoop, and don't turn off your machine or mess with any of the settings. Just remove your hoop and pick away all the excess here. So all these little tiny detailed pieces, I'm trying to get as close as possible. Now with the applique process, that final stitch, the satin stitch that goes around the entire image, is going to hide a lot of this, but you want to get as close as possible so that way you don't have any pieces sticking out. So So after you trim it down, your next step is to iron your HTV on. Now remember, you don't have that plastic covering on there, so you're going to have to put down some kind of protective paper like parchment paper, or this is like a butcher paper that came with the iron mini heat press itself. So make sure you're putting on something to protect your heat press. And I just want to say the difference between using the iron and trying to use just the tip to press down and using this mini heat press that fit perfectly in there. Oh my gosh, night and day, and such a time saver and such a stress relief. Because look how it just goes right in there, no issues. And it looks like I'm frozen, but I'm actually just holding it in place, counting. I think I did 15 or 20 seconds here. I can't really remember. I want to say 20 seconds. You always use the instructions that come with your HTV for this process. And right here I'm feeling it. It's a little sticky, but this isn't the best heat transfer vinyl that I chose to use, but it's all right. I had scraps laying around, so I decided to use this. This isn't my favorite brand. It's not like a big brand one. It's a pack I got off of, that very popular Prime website. So not my favorite. There's a little bit of sticky residue left over, but it comes off. And by the time I'm finished the entire snowman, you can't even feel it. So yeah, these little thinker movements are me just trying to clean off the stickiness. Unfortunately, you guys can't see it, so I probably look crazy for doing it, but it just had a little bit of residue that I just had to kind of scrape off there, and it did. It came right off, so it wasn't an issue. But this is what it looks like after you press it with your heat press, and it's on there. It's not going to go anywhere, so I don't have to worry about holding it or taping it down or anything like that. So that's the main point of this video was to show you how awesome the little mini heat press goes right into that tiny 4x4 hoop, and I don't have to worry about burning my fingers or burning up my hoops at all because I don't have the big bulky iron. And of course we don't want to unhook our image because we'll never be able to line that up perfectly again for the machine to finish. So I'm just going to show you what the snowman looks like. And of course I'm speeding this up because I like to keep my videos as short as possible, but also keep them helpful so we're not blowing through the information. But I don't want you guys to get bored. And I just I know when I'm trying to get an answer to something, I'm like, come on, let's go, stop talking. So I just want to show you the finished project here. Right now, I think, we have 2 more colors to go. Oh, no, 1 more color after this, and then you get to see how awesome this turned out. So there we go. We got a little carrot nose, and there it is, guys. I'm going to show you up close and personal. How cute is that? I mean, of course, if I had somebody's name to put on it, it would be amazing. I could put somebody's name down at the bottom, put a little bit of snowflakes around it. Oh, the possibilities are endless. But that HTV is on there so good, and he's so adorable, and it's got that nice soft feeling to it. I love it, and it's so cute. Oh my gosh, adorable. I wish I had a baby to put this in. All right, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. Thank you so much. Bye.